Oh, there's been no sound for this entire show because I had it muted and I didn't know. Um, so we'll stop this one and go live. We'll just let it go. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care. So now you have sound. There you go. So we have $2.81 there. All right, then we have Superman 75. We'll see what this is. $8.74. All right. Another Millennium. I know, funny, right? Thanks for the people watching out there. You guys are awesome. So this is an unseen box opening. So picked this up off of Facebook Marketplace today for $50, and I'm going through to see. There's plenty more than $50 of value in here, if you can find somebody to buy them from you. $276. I haven't found anything that I really put into my personal collection, except maybe a couple of the copies of X-Men. All right, so now we have. Hey, this is number 500. Let's see. The Adventures of Superman number 500. That seems like a nice round number. For $2.36. All right. And we got another X-Men number 3 in a really ragged out bag. $2.52. And now number 9 of X-Men. I wonder if there's going to be like a full set of like first 12 or something in here. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so this one's $5.67. All right, this is a hefty book right here. Superman, the Wedding Album. Come on, $200. $6.60. All right. I'm going to move this stack away. And for the folks that are just joining, I found these two, and I don't know what they are. They're Transformers from DW. Number one's from, I don't know, maybe these are cartoon related or something, but I couldn't find them, so I'll have to look them up separately. But they're out there. Okay, let's see what we got now. What is this? It is torn all apart is what this is. Is it even? I don't even know. I don't know if this is like a thing or what. That's like a cover for something, and then this is a Silver Surfer that is missing the cover. I'll shove it back in there just like they had it. I think that's not anything. Set it to the side there. All right, here we go. Oh, this is cool. Rogue first issue. No, Rogue? Vogue first issue. With some big old booty drawn by Liefeld. $2.85. All right, let's go $2.85. All right, and we've got this is a new comic book. Deadpool World War III. Yeah. This is not 30 years old. And it's in pretty good shape too. $4.65. Actually, this is probably near mint minus. $5.95. And Spider-Man number 10. Actually, I like having these Spider-Man here because there's some of these I didn't have. So, all right, yay for sound. I agree. I should really pay more attention. I need a tester because I can. Yeah, I don't know. I should test more thoroughly before I start. 339. All right, now we've got Blood Strike image number 1. This guy liked to pick up the number 1s of all the rando stuff out there. 349. Actually, let's give it a near mint minus. And this is a Marvel Ultimate Spider-Man 1, 2, 3 collected edition. That is sure to be worthless, I would imagine. Just my guess. $2.86 because it was a lot of paper. Or it just won't find it at all. Try again. There we go. Oh, $36. Look at that. Let's look at that. Nice. It is in okay condition. I'm going to call it a near mint. So we're going to call it $43. And I think that puts it into the number 2 position behind Amazing Fantasy and ahead of Generation X. Oh, and we should use one of these handy dandy extra boards for that. And then even this one, can get a bag of boards since we have 2 extras. All right, so these are our winners so far on the value list. We'll go over that when I'm done with everything. And another Millennium. Millennium number 1 this time. $3.12. And Secret Origins starring the Manhunters. I think I might have blurred that one too much for it to find it. Let's see what it does. Oh, no, I found it. $2.76. And another Millennium. $2.76. Let's see. $2.72. I was so close. All right. This is Vision, the Marvel Fan Magazine. I guess this is before the internet. You didn't have fan pages on the internet. You just had magazines. And $2.87. Why not? Hero Illustrated. I don't really care about putting this stuff in. Vision, number 11. I don't really care to put that in either. All right. Incredible Hulk, $2.50. Really big spine tick there. 30th anniversary edition. Let's see what it is. I don't think it would grade in the 9s. I'm going to call it very fine plus, $5.18. And Stormwatch, Liefeld. No, Jim Lee. They were both working at Image then. This is $2.92. And this was some pages from something. I don't know what these pages are from. Oh, pages is pages. Oh, here's a Deadpool presented by Wizard poster. And then here's some stickers. Man, there's all kinds of stuff in here. And then another poster from Image. And another sale paper. And this is I guess a sale thing. This is the Toys R Us Special Replica Edition. It needs a press. Let's see what it is. I'm thinking 32 cents. What do you guys think? Got to be 32 cents. $1.85. We'll just leave it all smashed out. Hey, Uncanny X-Men 303 in less than awesome condition. I think I've got that one. Yeah, I've got two of them. $2.06. I need pretty much all Uncanny X-Men 200 and under, but I don't think there'll be any of that here. Motor Mouth and Kill Power. These are just horrible, horrible names. Off to Kill a Wizard. The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. $2.78. Supergirl, and then another Supergirl, exactly the same. American Honda presents Supergirl. Let's see what these two issues are. In cooperation with the U.S. Department of Transportation National Safety Belt Campaign, $4.18. Okay. Superman 34. Yeah, I know I came up on that one, didn't I? $2.77. Yeah, feel free, everybody that's watching, to guess the values on these. Okay, Superman 25 for 75 cents. When did this come out? This came out in 88, and it's worth $2.69. All right, Superman 23. $2 and something, I'm almost certain. In this poor condition. Oh no, $8.46 for that guy. Okay. Oh, and by John Byrne. Another Superman 17. Let's see what this one is. $4.37. Superman. This is worth nothing just because of the condition. We'll see. It would be $4.11, but I'm going to put it like in the very good 88-cent bin. And Wildcats, number 3 fan edition. The stuff is, I mean, they printed so many of these. Almost $3. Innovation, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. What the heck is this? Yeah, there's no value. Nobody wants to buy that. Okay, here's an Insider Magazine. I'm not going to deal with that. Here's the Animaniacs. I'm not going to deal with that. Another Insider. That's probably kindling. All right, Groot, Lightning Comets, number 3, July. Another one that I've never heard of before, and it is just a few spine ticks there. Yeah, there's no value. Night Glider, Tops Comics. Is this a real comic? Oh, it is a real comic. Okay. Let's see what comes with. $281. All right. Dog, number 3 from 92. I just got out of high school. Nobody knows what it's worth. Judge Dredd, League of the Law. Oops. I blurred that one up pretty good as I was taking a picture. Oh, I found it. $1.85. Look at that. All right, let's go. Let's go $1.85. Rye and the Future Force. Nobody knows. Archer and Armstrong. Looks kind of cool. Number 18, Valiant Comics, $2.36. All right. Wizard, whatever. I'm going to look at that. We've got Lunatic, $174. Oh, this is Marvel Comics Presents. Okay. Let's see what Marvel Comics Presents comes back as. $289. All right. We have a Wizard. I don't care. Wizard. I don't care. Wizards stuff. I don't care. We have some stuck together comic books. Really stuck together. Ugh. All right, yeah, that's no good. This might have been something nice before it got destroyed. So let's see. Let's see what this would have been if it wasn't destroyed. Because now it's pretty worthless. Would have been $1.44. And I'm going to set it down to like 33 cents. Sorry. And we'll move all these over. And then that one destroyed this by taking all the paint off. The first new solo Batman book since 1940. $1.34. Yeah. Nobody cared, apparently, about that solo Batman book. Now we have X Factor number 57. That has Kool-Aid on it. $2.40. And Captain America, Stalked by the Angel of Death. Man, those books, they just got to come apart, man. One way or another, they're coming apart. Rip. $2.90 for this. Maybe. Okay, we've got a Uncanny X-Men, $2.89. All of these books haven't been taken care of at all. $3.32. We've got Phase 1 from 1986, which I have never heard of. A lot of this stuff I've never heard of. A lot of weird stuff. Number 1. He's got number 1 on it. He's got to have it. No value. Okay. And then First Comics, number 35, American Flag. $2.63. I guess the $2 price point just means you have to have, a little value just because somebody stored it. I guess that means just it's free. All right, another stack of stuff. All right. X-Men number 2 in a really old, crappy bag. $6.12. That's my guess. No, $3.58. Actually, it's in decent shape. I'm going to call it near mint minus, which would be like a 9.2, I think. So $4. All right, X-Men number 6. $4. That's all right. 540 or 611. All right. Got to get them out of those bags. Now we have Youngblood number 1. All right, Youngblood. What you got going on, Youngblood? $1.99. And then here we go. X-Men number 7. I do like that. I don't think I've got all these X-Men, so that's kind of cool. Even low quality is good. So we're going to call this one $5. All right. And here's another X-Men number 1. This is the fold-out cover, I think. $7.12. $5.46. All right, $5.46. Okay. Now we've got the Uncanny X-Men 305 with Bishop, I guess, and Rogue. It's a good-looking cover. I wish these were all bagged and boarded. We're looking at $4.61. We're going to make it $3.80. Green Lantern Mosaic. $2.80. All right. And then we've got a preview book. That looks like a Juggernaut. Then we have Frex Ultraverse number 5. Come on, this guy buying all these weird comics, something's got to be worth something more than $2.77. Here we go. Bill and Ted's Excellent Comic Book number 1. It's got a number 1 on it, so he had to buy it. $3.87. That's almost twice as valuable as most crappy books. Lethal Strike number 3. Jude Million. Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's see what happens. Get these up a little bit higher. There we go. $2.85. Yeah, I think when it's valued at $2, they're just worthless. The Amazing Spider-Man $3.90. $2.52. Marvel Comics Presents number 96. Staples are pulled out. For it to be worth anything, it has to come out like $200. Yeah, it doesn't. We don't recognize the comic. Let's try again. Will it recognize it this time? Nope. Sorry, we don't know. And scan another. All right. So Maximum Hero supplement to Hero Illustrated. Okay, I'll leave that there. And then here are some pulled off things, which I don't know what they are. And this is that Peregrine Alliance Comics. Look at that. That's kind of cool. I like that. What we got here? Come on, Peregrine. The Peregrine. It has no idea. All right. Neil Gaiman's Mr. Hero. $2.82. All right. It's like this guy really enjoyed his stuff. Okay. All right, here we go. Here's a Fantastic Four 226. This is pretty old. Well, not really. I just took the corner of it off. Sorry, Mr. Corner. That reduced its value from 50 cent to 30 cent. 1981. I'm going to call this like $2.33. All right. Marvel Superheroes Summer Special. These things are never worth anything. 1993. 377. Okay. X-Men 2099 #1. This might have been worth something if it wasn't really destroyed. So let's see. No, not really. $8, $7. Okay. Oh my God, I haven't seen one of these in forever. The Tick Karma Tornado #1. Because it's got #1 on it. He had to have it. That psychology worked on this gentleman. 388. And then this is, I don't know, holiday special. All right, we'll set it to the side. Let's go make some space. All right. We are halfway done at least. There's a Mad magazine in here. Look at that. I don't know if you would consider this picked over already. Probably. Sure, they went through and this is just the trash. All right. This one, Frank Miller's Ronin, if it was a #1 in good condition, might be worth something. $282. I was wrong. All right, we have, what is this? It is a comic. Ice Age, The World of Magic, Armada, #2. $4. All right, and then more of these little sale papers. Supreme Apocalypse, Part 1 of 5. They don't recognize that comic. Death Blue. $294. Man, this is like Image. Phantom Force. $277. And that's a preview. And then we've got a Lady Arcane. God, what is all this stuff? Yeah, no value on it, right? The Valiant Reader. Valiant Reader. just like all their little guys. Yeah, $2.88. That means it is worth nothing. Any comic book worth $2 is worthless. I think on these kinds of buys, yeah, I think they pulled out all the really good stuff too. Yeah, it's just this is all the bulk comic book stuff. I think you're right about that. I try and find folks that I think aren't really like comic book people, and they just have some stuff laying around. And sometimes you can get pretty lucky. And I've gotten my value out of this for sure. I can sell these things for $1 each, and make my money back. But minus the effort. But that's not really how you make money. You know what I mean? A lot of effort for not a lot of return there. Okay, here is another. Okay, two comics got stuck inside one comic, and there's no back cover. All right, so that's what I call worthless and Law Dog #1. $2.92. Oh, and I guess this is the other piece of this comic book. Let's see what Doom 2099 #2 would have been worth. Coulda, shoulda, woulda been worth $2. Or, as we know, nothing. Telluria Zub Comics. It's like a fantasy kind of thing. I don't like the artwork at all. But it's #1, so he had to have it. Look at this. Another one of 4 Topps Comics. Jack Kirby's Secret City Saga. Good old Kirby. $2.80. All right, I'm not even gonna scan that. And then, what is this? I don't know what that is. Now we have a Betty and Veronica. Okay. Valiant Vision Starter Kit. I don't know. Let's see. $2.91. Okay. Wetworks #7. Okay. X-Men 3. We've already scanned one of those in today. He must have thought that was going to be a valuable comic book. What if X-Men died on their first mission? Oh, $10. Look at that. Okay. That one. I'll put that into the not worthless pile over here. All right, Vision. I'm not going to deal with those. Inside Image. I'm not going to deal with that. I don't know what that is. Bad Rock and Company. Can't believe they made these comic books. $2.82. Vertigo. Like the only third-party comic that's worth anything is like, I don't know. Are there any? I don't know what that is. Hip Hop in Your Hands. Here's a piece. The Adventures of Superman #3 cover. Oh, here's part of the rest of the comic book. And then we have Man on a Pale Horse, which I'm not going to worry about. Here's another piece of a comic book. And Fox Kids Network. I don't know. Archer and Armstrong. I'm not even gonna scan these because I'm bored now. Oh, Battlestar Galactica. Look at this. Starbuck. I like that. I like that comic, even though it's worthless. Maximum Press #1. Look at that. $2.90. I like that. Cliffhanger. Wizards. Just all this Wizards crap. Extreme Hero. Grimmix. Somebody wrote Chaos. That could be somebody's super expensive signature right there. Slingers. Ascension #0. There we go. Let's see. Hawk and Dove. $274. Force Works #1 with some kind of weird pocket on the front. Oh, this one's $28. 2 variants. I don't know. This one, I think, is... I don't know. Let me look at the variants again. Okay, this is direct edition. I'm going to call it very fine, $25. I'll put that over into the not worthless stack. Cybernary. $283. Toys R Us special replica edition of Detective Comics #38. $0.87. Okay, I'm gonna Married with Children, Hero, Deathmate, Eternal Warrior, Insider, Zealot, The Mighty, more Deathmate. Here's a part of Punisher 2099. Leave It to Chance. Some kind of fold-out thing. Another #1. Troll #1. Okay, here we go. Let's see what Troll #1 comes back as. $384. Then a little thing, inside image, Catalyst. Ooh, here we go. The Nam. This was, I think, a 4-issue miniseries from back in the day. $552. Now, this is what I'm talking about. I like Conan the Barbarian. That could go into my collection. I don't think I have that one. That's worth it. It's worth like $2 to me. I'm down with that. I can get excited about Conan the Barbarian. Look at that. 1998. All right. That's definitely going into the it's worth something pile. Wish there was way more Conans. Maybe these are the ones when they pick through it all, they missed picking them out. Conan the Barbarian Annual. $783. Put that into the I like it pile. Fantastic Four #264. See, these are some reasonable titles now. $269. Incredible Hulk, $399. $315. Marvel Comics presents Wolverine and somebody. We're almost done. We're down to the bottom of the barrel here. $284. Cable number 2, part 2 of 2. I got half the whole series. $280. Some more junk. Some more junk. Junk. All right, Avengers number 9. $288. Mad Magazine. I don't care. All right, there's another Toys R Us copy. Fantastic Four, number 247. All right. Let's see what we got here for Fantastic Four. This is $7.09. That was not completely worthless. Captain America, Return to Skull House. $1. Okay. Warheads. 3 stories in 1 issue. 3 for 1. That's got to be valuable if it's a 3 for $279. Okay. Here's Iron Man with MODOK, $296. $2.90. Spectacular Spider-Man, number 208. $287. The Dark Knight, part 2 of 5. Warlock, number 4. Almost $4. The Avengers, number 10, maybe volume 2 or 3 or 4 or something. $277. There's only like 5 books left. Team Youngblood, whatever. X-Force, number 18. $1. The First Daredevil, $287. $4. And Stick Boy, half a comic book, whatever that is. Pizza Hut, Deal Heroes, and Superman the Powerless, number 72. Part 2 of 2. And that's the end, ladies and gentlemen. I got a jet too. We're all living together. $2.82. So we just a handful of comics here that have any kind of value to them. The rest of the stuff will be dealt with appropriately. I do want to try and figure out what these 2 Transformer things are. So I'm going to try and figure that out right now while we're all on here. All right, let's pull myself back full screen. And we're going to look for Transformers 1 April DW. All right, here we go. $15. Okay, I'm okay with that. $10, $17. And here's another one. This one is the $7. Dreamwave Comics. All right. So these are the winners. All right. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it a day for reading through this box of shenanigans. That was fun. And if I can sell one or two of these, maybe get the money back, and that'd be cool too. And put the other ones in my collection. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next one.